Hey guys, welcome to Built in America. I'm your host, Jeff Vreeland. This show is about the men and women who are actually building businesses in America today, not just chasing profits, but trying to do it with conviction, integrity, and responsibility. As you already know, each episode I sit down with a founder, an operator, leader who believe business is more than transaction. It's influence, it's stewardship. It's one of the most powerful ways people who show up in real life. So we're here to talk about the marketplace, what's changing, what's working, what it really takes to serve customers who care about what they buy and who they buy it from. These are honest conversations with people doing the work, learning in real time how to build, lead, and grow in a super complicated world. And today I am very excited to have Elaine Lankford, who is the Chief Empowerment Officer at She Steps Forward Coaching. And she sits right in the intersection of building a business and staying grounded in her values. So we're going to be talking about what she's building, what she's seeing in the marketplace, and what Built in America actually looks like from her seat. So Elaine, thank you so much for being here today. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, can you tell me a little bit about She Steps Forward Coaching and what you're doing there?
Absolutely. So She Steps Forward Coaching is built for 0 to 3 year Christian female entrepreneurs that are trying to step into the marketplace. Whether they're building a business, a ministry, or a nonprofit, I'm here to be a visionary and a strategic guide for them as they build those businesses in God's economy without sacrificing their values or their faith.
That's awesome. I love it. And you nailed it. Like that's such a great description of the business. So well done there. Let's jump into our first question. How does building your business help people live out their values when they spend their money?
I love that question. So, for the females who come to me who are really looking for strategic coaching, all of them are living by faith and they feel like they have a God-sized dream that they want to build. And so, when our values align, their success skyrockets. And what I know is that when I change her world, she's going to change the communities around her. And so by her investing in her coaching experience, she's getting to really align her faith in a way that just lights up her world and causes her to multiply her impact.
Yeah, I love that. That's so good. All right, question 2. What does building and growing your business here in America mean to you personally?
Oh my goodness. I love that we still have the American dream. I believe it is still alive and well. And I love that we have a God that allows us to dream. And so just getting to do this in the freedom of our country is just so important. As someone who has traveled to other countries such as Nicaragua and Kenya, I understand the economics and the strains, especially of what women are trying to do in those countries. And to be in a country where I can be free, I can put my faith forward in my business, and I can grow in a way that's just unlike anywhere else in the world just means so much. I'm so excited to be a part of the American dream.
That's wonderful. That is wonderful. All right, the third question. How have you seen your customers change recently or maybe the last couple of months or last few years, especially conservative or faith-minded customers?
You know, it's so interesting. I think we're seeing a rise in people who really do want to be faith forward. I think we've gone through a period in our culture where people kind of shied away. They weren't sure if they were going to offend someone or not. And I think we're rising to a level now that people are craving, especially on the faith-based side, a Christian perspective and Christian values. And so I'm so excited to see that not only is my business has been complimented on its faith-forward approach, but to see women get confident that it's okay to be who they are, conservative and Christian, and to live that out through their marketplace experience.
Yeah, absolutely. We're seeing that same thing with Liberty Spenders across the market in the last couple of years. It's really started to skyrocket what we're seeing. So great answer. All right, question 4. What values guide the way you lead your team and serve your customers?
Well, I absolutely believe in servant leadership, and that is obviously the way that Christ has taught us to live. And I believe as if we are servant leaders, we're going to get more out of our teams and we're going to be able to service our clients better. And beyond that, it's compassion, generosity, trust, and transparency.
Great values to live out. Great values to live out. Being servant leaders is important. It's what God calls us to do. Okay, my favorite question, the last one. What's one piece of advice you'd give to other business owners trying to reach value-driven Americans?
I think in this day and culture, we're looking for authenticity. Be yourself, be the person God has created you to be. Lean into your unique giftings, lean into those things that He's calling you to, and allow Him to really open up that path for you. There are people out there waiting for what you have, they just want to see you in a very transparent and authentic way.
I love that answer. Love that answer. It's my favorite question. But since we have the time, I'm going to throw a bonus question. I haven't asked this on any previous recordings, and you don't have this question. So it's okay if you don't have the answer right off the top of your head. But if we checked your Amazon history, what is one book we would see you purchasing or gifting the most?
Oh my gosh, that's so good. I actually purchase and give my personal clients John Maxwell's Put Your Dream to the Test. It's a book that's been out there for a little bit, but John is such a great person of faith and entrepreneurship, and the way he wraps his faith into his entrepreneurship and leadership has been very encouraging. And so within that book, it helps my clients particularly because there's a piece in there that kind of lets you evaluate where you are in the process. It gives you 10 areas to consider when you're trying to build an entrepreneurial dream. And I love to use it as a baseline assessment with my clients. So it's absolutely the one book that I buy them and make sure that I send out to them.
It's a fantastic book. It's probably in my top 5 of John's books for sure. So definitely a great book. So Elaine, thank you so much for being here with us today. That's a wrap on this episode of Built in America. I hope today's conversation encouraged you, reminded you that building a business in this country is more about profit. It's about values, people, and long-term impact. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to also subscribe to our weekly Liberty Spenders podcast, where we go deeper into how Americans are choosing to live out their values and where they spend their money. You can Google Liberty Spenders, or you can throw it here on the YouTube search and you'll find it pretty quickly. If you're a business owner, a leader, or brand that wants to better understand how to serve value-driven Americans, head over to libertyspenders.com. You can book a meeting with myself or a couple of our staff members. We'd love to talk with you more about it. And finally, if you know someone, or maybe you watching want to be a guest on Built in America podcast, head over to builtinamericapodcast.com. Learn more and apply to be a guest here. We'll reach out to you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting America Built businesses, and we'll see you next time on Built in America.